We can get there.
Welcome to episode 6 of Medicine Man and the Voice of Reason. We're back, you guys.
How y'all got there today? This is the Medicine Man. It is fucking early.
Yeah, man, it's like 8:15 right now, you guys, and we're up and at it so we can get this recorded and out to you guys.
So all you workhorses can be out there listening to us.
Yeah, we actually have work.
Yeah, man.
Coming up here in like an hour.
Well, that's the real reason we're up here. We love you guys, but man.
But hey, it don't matter, dude. We're still doing the shot of the day. I don't care what time it is. We're doing it for you guys. That's coming up later, though. But right now, I want to let you guys know, just in case you forgot, Brewsky's next Friday, man, March 30th.
It's going to be a big show, man. We are back. We have zero restrictions. They've given us free reign, so it's going to be an excellent time. I think nobody's going to be complaining about the show. I think everybody it shows up is going to have something for them. And man, if you've never been to any one of my shows, you will enjoy it. I have a lot planned for everybody. So
yeah, we got pretty good reviews last time, man. So make sure you guys catch it this time. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully, this will be a regular thing. You know,
we're working on it, man. I really think we have big opportunities up there. So
yeah. And it doesn't stop there, man. We got more coming for you guys that we're working on currently. We don't want to talk too much about, but we'll keep you guys posted. I want to thank Elder again, man, for Sessions with Fam. Man. That
was one of the most fun episodes we've done so far, man.
Yeah,
without a doubt, those guys are
one of our most successful as well.
Oh yeah,
one of our most successful.
I really enjoyed getting to talk to those guys because I really feel like we were able to connect a lot because we're both trying to do our thing.
Definitely. And we'll also be at Hub City Madness this weekend, you guys.
Yeah, man.
So if you want to catch Medicine Man and the Voice of Reason, we will be there mingling with the bands and
we'll be out there.
Whatnot.
We'll be out there. We're doing press. We're down there with Downtown Music Media. So come out and check us out, man. If you want to get to talk to us, get to know us, we'll be happy to hand you one of our new cards we finally will have this weekend.
Oh yeah, dude, got business. Oh my god, the artwork is in, you guys. I want to post it whenever I put this episode up, man.
Big ups to Renee. Sick. Cannot thank her enough.
Thank you so much, Renee. Seriously, you really don't know how much we appreciate this.
Always coming through with the clutch, man.
For sure. Hey, make sure you hit us up on social media at Medicine Man Base and at MM and the VOR.
Check us out. And, check out the new artwork. You'll be seeing it.
Yeah. Also, look us up on Facebook, man. I got that Facebook up and running, dude. It's as good as new. So make sure y'all get on there as well. Invite your friends. Share it.
Like it. Love it.
Most definitely. So we're gonna get right into the topic of the day, man. Today it's gonna be about cars.
Not necessarily just like the machine that is the cars. What really makes up cars nowadays is like I was showing the Voice of Reason here last night. There's shows like this. If you ever seen it, Street Outlaws, man, there's some weird, real people. They're really dramatizing that culture nowadays.
Yeah, that show sucks, dude.
It really does.
I was kind of like, what are you showing me right now?
It's like why do people watch this?
Yeah, man. We just want to talk about, the culture and the industry of cars in general.
Yeah. And
how it's changed over time, and we want to know what you think about it, man. Yeah. What was your first car, Medicine Man?
It was actually an '89 Toyota Supra that I built with my father. That car I've still got it. I got it at 12 years old. It took 4 years to build, and I proceeded to getting a lot of shit with it in high school.
Yeah, I've heard many stories about this Toyota Supra. Now that you mentioned that, my first car was a Nissan 200 SX.
Those are cool ass cars, man. I love it.
It was a cool car. I only paid like $700 for the thing. The thing was that it was just like it wasn't a piece of shit. It just didn't look that great. And the guy had to pay off some tickets. He needed some dough, so I gave him $700. It didn't have a front bumper on it, but he had one that he gave to me, and I could put on there and shit. I fucking love that car, man. It was actually really cool. I had it for a couple of years before I ended up selling it. And there's been so many cars since.
There's nothing like having a good that first time you remember the first time you got to drive off by yourself.
Yeah,
man,
I remember.
it was freeing.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
So, yeah, my first car was a stick shift, man.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I've actually never owned an automatic vehicle. To this day, I've never.
Well, no, I take that back. I've had one automatic vehicle, but for the most part, I've always driven stick shifts, man. I like the stick shifts. It's like you're driving the car yourself, and
Yeah,
you're
man.
in complete control.
There's a lot of these new cars. I do not like these new automatic cars. Like the brakes and the transmission and everything, just like computerized, and it's just
Yeah,
it feels like you're driving a freaking
they're
video game
designed.
around.
It's like they're designed to cost you a shit ton of money, and they're designed for you to have a really hard time working on yourself.
Yeah,
That's a big thing about the car industry today. Is
I feel like they also be like, man, don't be distracted about your driving, and then they have all these distractions in new vehicles that cause you to, and they have
right.
so many distractions they have to put in computer systems to like make you not run into people.
Wasn't there a law or something that passed where you have to have backup cameras or something like that?
I think so, to be honest with you, and that is so dumb because most people nowadays can't back up because they're too busy because they don't use their mirrors, man.
Yeah,
I hate watching somebody back up and they're staring at that backup camera.
Yeah, I'm an over the shoulder kind of guy.
Oh yeah. So it's like why these new cars nowadays just it's almost kind of pointless. But that's the thing about even it's not even really that we want to get too far into. It's like nowadays people like I remember when I was younger, all the boys and stuff in the cool we liked cars, you know.
Yeah.
Cars were cool back in the day, you know. You talk about them, you know, you wanted a Camaro or a Chevelle or a muscle car, you know. It was cool, but nowadays, you know, kids are more worried about freaking who's got the coolest freaking video games and stuff like that.
It's like, oh, you have a Nissan or a Mitsubishi Eclipse that's just like the one from
Video game?
so and so.
Yeah, it's just like I feel even especially as time goes on, you know, the parents definitely aren't like putting their kids in go-karts and four-wheelers and stuff like that to give them interest in, you know, power sports and motorsports stuff like that. So I definitely think that the era of young kids being into, you know, getting outside and being in cars, going to the racetrack and stuff like that, that time has come and gone.
Yeah,
A long time ago.
You know, you just mentioned the Chevelle, dude. Have you ever seen Dazed and Confused?
Yes, the red Chevelle, man.
Yeah. Or no. It was Wooderson's. It was like a navy blue Chevelle with the white racing stripes on it.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, that car was so sick, man. That I wanted a Chevelle so bad after I saw that movie, dude.
they're sitting there. You got a joint? Nah, man. Well, it'd be cooler if you did.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's a classic.
Wooderson.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got all these we think about it. We think about the cars. Like, oh, if I was going to spend a bunch of money on cars, do you have like, I'm going to go buy something cool, an American muscle car, man. Nowadays, you got these kids, like, I want something cool. I'm going to go buy, like, they're probably more, I know kids nowadays would go buy a freaking Yaris or a freaking a Prius just because they want to be, like, hipsters about it.
Yeah, I know a couple of people who drive Yaris's, actually.
It's like, what are you, Mom?
Kind of ugly little cars, but I digress.
That definitely digress.
Yeah, man. I actually had this neighbor when I was a kid, and he had this really old Cutlass 442, man.
Oh,
it was so cool, dude.
Man.
It sat there for years, but just recently, actually, maybe a year or two ago, it's not there anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I'd like to think maybe
somebody probably come out there and got that thing because nowadays some of those muscle cars, man, in like rusted out shit crap condition, like falling. Like
this thing was in decent condition for how long it'd been sitting.
Those cars are worth $20,000, man. $30,000 is rust buckets sitting in the yard.
Yeah, man.
Maybe not that much, but like when like you're saying when it's in decent condition and easily restorable,
you can get a few grand for it.
Oh, more than a few grand, homie. If you know what you have.
So?
Oh yeah, I know the Corvette that my dad's got. It's in crap condition, man. But that car's still worth over $15,000.
Wow.
$20,000, and it don't even freaking have a motor in it. Yeah, it's
just the body.
Yeah, rolling chassis. People but there's people with money nowadays that'll buy stuff like that, but nobody our age is interested in working on those cars, so the prices on them have really shot up. I remember when, like, my dad tells me stories of, you know, him going out and buying a Skylark or a Chevelle or something like that for like $750 from the junkyard. That shit ain't sitting in the junkyard no more.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna go roll up to the Lamar Auto Salvage and they're gonna be like a 72 Chevelle sitting out there that can be fixed up, you know, needs a fucking gas hose.
Yeah, honestly, nowadays, I bet it's hard to find anything like that because everybody's probably been bought them all.
Yeah, man, some of them cars, they're 50 years old, man.
Yeah. I bet they're terrible on gas, though, man.
Man, speaking of that, how often do y'all ride? How often do y'all's gas light come on, man?
Yeah.
Mine seems to always be on. I feel
I was going to say, yours is on
constantly.
Often. I don't drive at the moment, so I don't need a gas
As long
light.
as my foot ain't hurting.
Yeah, exactly. I can, as long as I can kick push, man, I'm there, bro. But, dude, you know, it seems like a lot of people ride the old Gaslight nowadays, and I actually came across this article on autoblog.com that goes more into detail about it, and, you know, obviously it's not good for your car. It can ruin your fuel pump over time if you ride around with your Gaslight on a lot, you know, just dry it up, you know, it could overheat or whatever. Your fuel pump could overheat. I think I don't know.
No, that's definitely fun.
Like
back in the, I remember in the you remember like the round body Tahoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those things had an issue if you would ride with them. Like if you did it more than a couple of times in a year, if you rode around with it like with a gas, like it ran it real low on gas, you'd burn the fuel pump every time.
Yeah.
Like to the point that it would you'd be driving down the road and it'd stop.
Yeah, man, that's not good. You don't want that, bro.
No. So, always keep a little gas in there, guys. Try not to burn up the fuel pump, man. Because I've been there. I've been driving down the road and fuel pump stops working. It's not fun.
I've driven from Hattiesburg to Columbia, man. It's about a 30, 45-minute drive. Yeah. I've made that whole trip. You know, actually, this one time when I was going to school in Hattiesburg, I lived in Columbia at the time, and I'd drive here every morning, and so this one morning, I wake up, I know my gas light's on, but I'm like, it's all good. I'm just going to stop at the gas station on the way. And I was like, you know, I passed a few gas stations, and I was like, I'm just going to stop at the one, like, midway in Olo. Because I got enough gas to make it there. Why not? I get there, dude. This is about 20 miles from my house. I get there, and I totally forgot my wallet, so I don't have any money for gas.
Shit.
I have to turn around, man. I've gone through back roads and all that. I gotta turn around. Gas light's still on. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to my house so I can get my wallet, and definitely don't know if I'm gonna make it back so that I can get gas. But I just barely made it, dude. I don't even think I went to class that day because I was gonna be so late. Like I wasted 30, 45 minutes trying to.
Dude, I've done something similar to that. When I was going out to Jones County Junior College, man, I got like halfway there, man. And Jones County Junior College is off in the middle of nowhere.
It's a good ways out.
And I forgot my wallet, and I was not gonna make it there with a guy. It sucked. I'm pretty. No, I remember that day. I actually ran out of gas pulling into the gas station that day.
That's happened to me before. Hey, this one time.
That's some like holy shit. I'm good.
Yeah, dude. This one time I was in Seattle, right? I'm so low on gas, man. But gas station's right there, dude. I'm pulling in off the street to the right, and it goes up like a ramp. My gas runs out as I'm pulling up this ramp. Yeah, it's a stick shift, you know. So I like put it in gear and clutch, and it was just like, boom, boom, and it just died on the ramp. So I had to put my e-brake on. My car's just sitting on this ramp, but luckily I had a little gas can. So I just went in there and bought a couple of bucks worth of gas so I could get it started and actually pull it up to a tank. It was pretty embarrassing though, you guys.
Yeah, every time you run out of gas, it's never not with people around.
Yeah, don't ride around with your gas light on.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be me.
Didn't you look up a chart of like gas how far you can go?
Yeah.
What some of those cars you wouldn't expect to be able to go 75 miles on the grass light.
Yeah,
That's an hour.
I got the chart right here, man. It's got quite a lot of cars on it, but it starts out with the F-150, man. This one actually surprises me. Highway miles in an F-150 when the light comes on. All right, first of all, when the light comes on, you have 1/16 of a tank of gas left in an F-150. On the highway, you can go up to 80 miles with your gas light on in an F-150.
I wonder how many gallons are in an F-150. The 60.
I don't know.
Probably 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think 20 something.
18, 20.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good even at a 16th of a tank.
Hey, the Dodge Ram actually gets better gas mileage. Town and highway.
Damn.
Let's see, Honda CR-V, man. This is a pretty fuel efficient car, right?
We would expect it to be. Anything Honda.
Yeah.
They claim to be.
All right, gas light comes on. You got 2.3 gallons left, and you could go anywhere from 62 to 78 miles. It just depends, highway or city. Just depends on what you're really doing, how fast you're going, I suppose. Ford Explorer, pretty much same as the F-150. Chevy Cruze, that's not as good as I thought it would be. It's like 56.84. Hyundais apparently get terrible gas mileage when the gas light's on.
You wouldn't expect that either.
Let's look at the Nissan Altima. Let's see if that's on here. Because a lot of people drive those.
Yeah, man. When I was in high school, everybody drove an Altima.
It was like the most common car for girls when I was in high school.
No, I swear.
I knew like 5 or 6 girls who drove Nissan Altimas.
That
Never Maximas, though.
No.
Always Altimas.
If there was a Max, my mom drove it.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, I really like those new, the new, like, Altima coupes. I know they didn't make coupes back in the day. I don't think they did.
The 2-door versions of the Altima.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good looking little cars.
Yeah, I like how they look. They kind of look like those 370Zs.
Yeah.
It's like one of those cars that you see on TV, but not really though. You see the body style on TV.
Yeah.
It's like what kind of cars were they driving on that Street Outlaw show? They were riding mostly like
they're muscle. Like muscle cars, like Chevy Novas, Chevelles. A lot of those guys have box body Mustangs, like 80s, like mid 80s to 92 Mustangs, and those guys are really those cars are what's left of a car after they get done turning them into race cars. But
yeah, they go pretty hard on them, dude. They make sure they're nice and fast and loud. That's for sure.
Yep.
Man, they were getting pretty rowdy whenever I watched that show with you the other night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's it. And that TV show in particular has ruined, like, what used to be the car culture. You know, at the racetrack. You go out to the racetrack now. It's a bunch of freaking idiots trying to be crazy enough to get on TV.
Yeah.
And it's just like this. Wow. Like y'all some rednecks from Mississippi.
Yeah, you were telling me they have a version that's in Mississippi. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah.
Just because.
They call it in New Orleans, but most of the guys in there are from Hattiesburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Scott Taylor, the dude owns the racetrack out in I guess that would be going out towards Laurel, Hub City drag strip is Scott Taylor with John Davis, like I guess what you would say when they've had guys on there.
Yeah. Dude, there's a lot more going on in Hattiesburg than
you would ever expect, man. Yeah.
There really is. It still surprises me every day. Dude, another show about cars I want to talk about, since we're talking about Street Outlaws, dude. I remember growing up as a kid, I always loved watching Jeremy and
his fellow co-host.
Yeah, what were Richard Hammond, Jeremy.
Richard Hammond. And I can't remember the other one's name.
And the other dude's name. This is Top Gear I'm talking about, you guys.
Yeah, dude. You get
the real Top Gear, the UK version.
British Top Gear, the original.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't. Those three, you couldn't ask for three better characters on TV, man.
I know, dude.
Dude, some of the, like when they would like, there was one episode I remember they were driving through New York City trying to get to this radio station to get like, because they were supposed to be on TV or be on radio or I don't know, but he'd get there and Richard Hammond wins. You know, he's also
I used to love those.
excited. He walks into the street. He pulls up with his Ferrari, jumps out with his short little ass, and goes running upstairs. And it's a freaking like NPR or whatever, you know, like yoga show, and he's like, they make him get put in spandex and you know, and like do the whole nine. And I'm like rolling, freaking laughing.
Wow, I don't think I've seen that one.
That one's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, dude, I love that show so much. That show actually, I remember being a kid, I really wanted a Range Rover. Well, Land Rover, because
Range
really
Rover
and any Land Rover model, honestly, because that show really talked him up for me as a kid.
Yeah, man.
I remember there was an episode where Richard Hammond's in the it was, oh, you remember back when they had those like tow things on the front of the Land Rovers?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like a fucking rope with a hook on it, basically. And this guy latched it at the top of a mountain, or like the top of a hill pretty much. It was like an almost vertical hill. And pulled himself up it in this Land Rover.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it looked really scary, but after that I was sold, man. Had to have one. Still haven't had one to this day, but hey, maybe one day.
Remember the diesel Tacoma they had on Top Gear? They like blew the building up.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good vehicle right there. You can drop it from the top of a like 60-story building.
Yeah.
Dump some diesel in it, fire a battery, put a battery in it, and crank it, and drive away.
Yeah, man. They tested like pretty much every vehicle. I liked how they would have the stars. Damn it. I'm sorry, guys. That was me. I like how they had the stars in cars. Or isn't that what they called it?
Yeah.
Stars in a reasonably priced car.
The reasonably priced car.
Yeah, they'd be driving like a little Toyota Camry or something like that.
No, they'd be driving like a Yaris around.
Yeah. It was really legitimately a reasonably priced little car. They got a new one. They just started making new episodes with new hosts. And they have a new reasonably priced car, but it's actually pretty nice. It's like a little Mazda or something like that, I think.
Yeah, I love like when they show the inside view, those reasonably priced car things where it's like these famous people driving around. The roll cages they've got in those cars are like so extravagant. They're like can't hurt the talent.
Around with that, man. I'd love to have a go on that track though.
Dude, that track is legendary. I think everybody and their brother would like to drive around that track at least once.
Yeah, they actually have to teach a lot of the celebrities who come on how to drive a stick shift.
Oh yeah.
So they can do the lap.
Yeah. It's 2 laps.
Is it?
A warm-up lap and
I'm trying to think. That was Matt LeBlanc. He's a host of the show now. But he always posted the best times on the stars in a reasonably priced car circuit.
I'll be honest, I can't believe they're doing. When I know that there was a big disagreement, and that was the reason they got kicked off the show or whatever. Or one of them got kicked off the show, and the rest of them left. That's how it worked. Pretty
much. Jeremy was the one who got kicked off the show.
How can you kick Jeremy off TV, man?
Dude, I hear he was a huge asshole.
I mean, yeah, but that's the reason you like him, though. It's the reason you're watching him on TV.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, make sure y'all check it out if you haven't seen Top Gear, dude.
Yeah, if you've never seen Top Gear, go educate yourself.
Make sure you pick the UK version, not US. I mean, US, watch it if you want to, but
it's garbage.
UK is much better. Dude, I want to bring up this story, though, that I came across whenever I was looking for articles for this topic that, coincide with it. And it's not a car, but it's an ATV, man. There was a guy in Kansas City.
Running from the cop,
pretty long story. The dude sounded like he had a long night, but it ended with him getting chased down the interstate. This guy's
the wrong way down the interstate.
Yeah, he's headed south in a northbound lane, and on top of that, he is completely naked.
riding a 4-wheeler.
Southbound and northbound lane on a I-435 in Kansas City.
Man, that had to be colder than hell.
I know, right?
Like, Jesus.
This was on February 26th. This is a few weeks back, but
Hell yeah, it was cold.
yeah, most definitely. They
What's up?
responded to a report of a naked male on an ATV in North KC, and once they got on him, dude made some turns. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna get out of here. But next thing you know, he ends up on the freeway,
Dude, like,
going the wrong way.
like, what's up with these people nowadays, man? Last week we had somebody dressing up in Elsa trying to push the cops, and now we got people riding the wrong way down the interstate. I mean,
Yeah.
naked on a 4-wheeler. It's like, come on, guys.
That's Jonathan A. Mint, age 27 of Excelsior Springs. Yeah, man. Dude was crazy. Basically, he was just high as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, something's going on with this guy because he has a story that he told the police. Let me see. Alright, it says he gave a rather complex explanation to police for his actions, involving drugs, a man named Jeffrey who was holding him captive, and escape from Jeffrey via a PT Cruiser that then lost the wheel, and ultimately the discovery of the yellow Polaris ATV with keys in the ignition. So,
Sounds like this 4-wheeler was also stolen.
yeah, it says... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that part. So basically, the dude says he was kidnapped by some guy named Jeffrey. Maybe force-fed him drugs. Honestly, I think the dude was just...
Flying.
He was just turned, and... he might have made all that up. He's in jail right now. Faces charges for nudity, burglary, property tampering, and property damage. He's held on $50,000 bond, man.
That's a serious bond.
I know, right?
Don't get
Somebody
naked.
started GoFundMe for this guy.
Don't ride naked down the interstate, guys.
Seriously.
It's
man.
expensive.
He didn't plan on going that way, though, but the police got on him. He says he was just trying to go home. He was like 15 miles from his house, too, so he would have had to ride 15 miles completely naked either way it went. But that's crazy, man.
That's a rough day.
Yeah. So, you mentioned earlier your first car was a Supra, right?
Yeah, man.
That was a Supra in Fast and Furious, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, man. That's the car that that's the car that's the Mark IV Supra. I've got a Mark III, the more square body style, but the Mark IV Supra is like is probably the most iconic car on the planet.
Isn't that the one that's like, was that the last model they made of it?
Yeah, that was the last Supra they made.
Okay, yeah, those are really cool, man. That's the one Vin Diesel drove, right?
No, that's the one that Paul Walker drove. Paul Walker drove.
Oh yeah, he drove it at the beginning, right?
No.
Or at the end?
Yeah, at the end.
What was he driving at the beginning?
The
Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Eclipse, yeah.
Paul Walker was driving the Eclipse at the beginning.
In the original Fast and
Furious.
Furious.
There is never gonna be another scene where it gets quoted as much as like Paul Walker pulls up with the flatbed with the wrecked ass Supra on the back of it, and Vin Diesel drops his tool and he looks at him. What is this? He said, I owe you a 10-second car. What are you talking about? And he's looking at this wreck. He looks at him and goes, pop the hood, man. Pop the hood. They all get up on top of the car. They all looking like, open the hood. And Jesse goes, 2JZ. No shit. And then it's like, man, we can have this thing that goes on that. But that is like, I remember as a kid, that was it. You had to have a Supra.
Vin Diesel was like, I wanted a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car.
Yeah.
Whether an inch or a mile.
You don't tell me.
Win is a win.
Don't tell me you can't like quote that movie.
Seriously.
Like from beginning to end.
For real, dude. What was your favorite one, man?
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Probably the original.
Really?
There's nothing. You can't remake the original, man.
Yeah, I'd say.
Or that one, or the one where they all got together where they were in Brazil and stuff after Tokyo.
Oh, that was one of the newer ones.
The first one when they added The Rock and all that shit.
I think that might have been Fast 5 or Fast and Furious 6. There's so many.
It was the one after Tokyo Drift.
That was Fast and Furious, because you remember the first one was the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, it was.
And then they came out with Fast and Furious.
It was like, yeah.
Yeah. That was hey, R.I.P. Paul Walker, dude.
Dude, no, yeah, Paul Walker is the man.
For real.
Like,
my favorite one was probably, the first one. I like Tokyo Drift a whole lot.
Dude,
too,
Mia, man.
Yeah.
Mia. Don't give me no lie to me. Man.
Hey, man, Swerve Love might hear this, probably. Yeah,
You better go get your tuna somewhere else.
Oh my god. The tuna sucks here. Why do you come here all the time? So I like
Nobody comes here for the tuna salad. I do. Take your ass out.
Yeah. Oh my god. That was a sick movie, man. But I'd say it started sucking after like Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6. That's when The Rock came in, and then whenever they brought Jason Statham in, dude, I love Jason Statham. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, one of my favorite movies, man. I love The Transporter. I love all this shit. But when they brought him into Fast and Furious, I just felt like, why? You know? Come on. It's not a car movie anymore. It wasn't really after the first one or two. It became mostly just about the drama.
After Tokyo Drift, it was no longer about the cars.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's like what happened was his cars weren't cool anymore. The cars slowly became less and less cool, and maybe it became less about cars and became more about the action.
Yeah, basically, it was just an action movie at that point. It was like watching The Expendables or something like that.
It was somewhere for all these famous action stars to go have their final career moments.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it got pretty ridiculous. Are
And
they
then-
still making Fast and Furious? Or didn't they make
I
the
want
last
to
one?
say they did because my thing is after Paul Walker died and they made another movie, it's like stop. You can't continue to make Fast and Furious.
They were already like halfway done with it whenever they made.
Yeah,
that
Paul
one,
Walker's
right?
brother finished it out.
Yeah.
But pretty sure they made another one after that. Without him.
Oh, yep. You're right. Fate of the Furious. That's the one. Paul Walker is not in that one. Just came out last year.
Yeah, it's like how can you have Fast and the Furious
Without Brian O'Connor? He's a dude. Hey, it looks like there's a new one coming out. Called Hobbs and Shaw.
What is that?
I don't know. It's just on the Fast and Furious Wikipedia page. Vin Diesel announced in an interview with Variety that potential spin-offs for the series were in the early stages of development. So
Okay.
a spin-off film centered around Hobbs and Jason Statham's character Deckard Shaw is what Hobbs and Shaw would be about.
That
Sounds like it'll be pretty lame.
Sounds dumb as hell.
Yeah. I shouldn't have even brought it up. You're right.
Sorry,
Okay.
guys. Moving on.
We're going to get to the shot of the day right now, you
Oh,
guys.
God.
Don't forget, it's like a 8:45 at this point.
It ain't 5 o'clock somewhere
And,
right now, but we're gonna do it for y'all.
Yeah,
We're gonna suffer through it, and we're drinking Knob Creek. This shit is
yeah. We made it a
hot.
tradition. So I don't care what time it is. We gotta keep it going. Our shot of the day today is going to the Daytona 500 winner, Austin Dillon.
Man, he was so excited about winning that race. He tattooed it on his ass.
Yeah, he got the words Daytona 500 champ tattooed right on his ass.
Like right,
His victory.
but
He's
if
a
I
rookie as well, by the way. This is his first season.
if I would have won the Daytona 500 like that, I would have been over on camera and been like, tattoo it on my ass, boys.
I would have had my tattoo artist ready, like straight up. But I don't watch NASCAR though. Honestly, I think this is a cool ass story though, man. Big ups Austin Dillon, like that's hilarious.
Hold on, let me look something up. I think there's something I want to add to that because
This is why we need Cliff, dude.
yeah, this is why we need a fact checker.
He's gonna be here. We're working on it, y'all. We're working on getting all that worked
Yeah,
out.
this is the big thing about Austin Dillon. I had to confirm this before I said this and got shouting off. Okay, so the reason that it was such a big deal that Austin Dillon won this race was, if you remember, you know who Dale Earnhardt is. Number 3, the Intimidator.
Everybody knows who that is.
Okay. He drives, they brought the number 3 car out of retirement for Austin Dillon.
Damn.
And then he goes and wins the race. First time the number 3 car comes back to Daytona after the Intimidator dies, crosses the checker line. I would have that shit in color on both ass cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I just have it take up like both ass cheeks, like Daytona 500, like just across both, you know. Or you could get like
in loving memory of the Intimidator with the number on it and everything.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, man, he was out partying with the whole number 3 team, dude, and I guess they came across the tattoo parlor, and he was like, "Hey, you know what? I'm the motherfucking Daytona 500 champ forever now."
You know, you really think about it, it's like a huge deal to be a sports team, like win the Super Bowl and stuff like that. But to this day, I still think probably the biggest, like, you hear about the Daytona 500 winner for like 6 months.
Yeah, and nobody cares about NASCAR
at all.
So that tells you how big it is.
At all. Nobody gives a crap about NASCAR anymore.
Anyways, man, let's throw these back for Austin Dillon. Cheers, man. Ready to start the day now, man. We're gonna have to wrap it up here, you guys. We gotta get ready for work.
Man.
Oh my god, that whiskey is hot, dude.
But yeah, y'all don't forget about us next Friday now. We're ready to come with y'all with some really exciting set.
Yeah, man.
We're not going in there holding back this time. We're gonna open it up slinging bass. So
we got open range March 30th, you guys. Make sure you get there at Brewsky's. We're gonna be at Hub City Madness this weekend.
Come check us out. Like I said,
the artwork is in. We're having cards made today, and gonna be handing those out. Come to Hub City Madness, man. Say what's up. Show some love. Support your local artists. We'll be there.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be quite a few good bands there.
Yeah. Also, another thing, you guys, for those of you who listen regularly, we're gonna start doing this thing where we put up our weekly episodes on Wednesdays after this week. This one's this is gonna be Thursday, but
this is gonna be our last late week post. Is what we're getting at.
Yeah. We're trying to have set up like a good schedule so that we can
give y'all something to look forward to every week.
Yeah, keep them coming every week, same day every week. And Sessions with Fam, we got another one coming in the next couple weeks with 2 good friends of ours, 2 real entrepreneurs, and the guy behind our glass blowing artwork that we've been working on here recently.
Or two of our big homies say.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, man, don't forget. Brewsky's March 30th, Hub City Madness. We'll be back next Wednesday for episode 7, you guys. Follow us on Instagram at MM and the VOR. At
Medicine and Base. Come drop us a line, man. It's been good talking to you. Until next time.
Alright, look, I came out here, I give it 190%, you know what I'm saying? I came out here, me and my boys, we practice all year, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking all the time, we fucking in here, like, fucking, we practice all year, we train all year, you know what I'm saying? We give it 190%. Thank you, baby. We give it 190%, and me and my boys, you know, I'm fucking around, you know what I'm saying? Like, I play time, me and my boys, you know, we do it big, 100% all the way around, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even try to fuck with it, like, I'm about to throw up on y'all.